that one bullshit PlayStation trophy. BD-1, your little robot buddy in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, is a great little droid companion that sticks with you throughout the majority of the game, and he's a cute little bugger, I've gotta say. And he's fairly useful, as he has a few different things he can do to help you throughout the game, such as unlocking doors. He can also scan items, dead enemies and wildlife throughout the game to give you more backstory on Star Wars lore, and he can also hack droids to make them fight alongside you. However, he's also part of the problem with one of the bullshit trophies in the game, a galaxy far, far away, which requires you to uncover all of the holomaps that DED creates. So the bullshit here is that the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order levels are absolutely huge. Now, there's only a handful of planets that you actually go to, but each one is just absolutely epic in size and scale, and they will take you a long time to go through, and you do visit them again partway through the story, as they're a bit of like a Metroidvania style design to them, so certain areas you can't get to, you'll be able to do them later on when you've got the required ability. But those maps, my god, they are absolutely huge, and for the trophy you need to uncover every area of the map to 100%. Now this means basically you've walked everywhere in the map that you're supposed to be able to walk, and as you can see from this video, the maps for these levels are like a fucking labyrinth. There are so many pathways to go, and it can be really confusing.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
The 3D maps, while they look really cool, they don't really help you, as it can be hard to see sometimes where you need to go, especially when you're moving up and down levels. And worse still for me, the maps didn't change colour to show you where you've actually ran across and explored. If it was like blue when you've explored it and red when you haven't been to that area, it would be a lot easier to see. So, oftentimes when you complete an area and you haven't fully explored it, you end up just having to run back through it. So you do the same platforming bits again and again, trying to find a certain area, maybe a ledge that you didn't go to before. You'll do the same platforming sections and climb up to places where you've been before in the hope that you'll just see a ledge, and you'll kill the same enemies as you run back around these paths. Only to find that you still haven't uncovered any new areas, and you're still stuck at 95 or 92%. So then you platform some more and think, maybe that's a place there, maybe I can get up there, that must be it. Okay, let's jump to this. Oh, no, dead. Great. So you go through the level some more, trying to just get past enemies, because at this point you're just pissed off and you want to try and find that spot, only to fucking fail anyway and have to fight them to get past. It's a real annoying trophy, to be honest, because it's just awkward, especially if you're just unlucky to not get that last little bit, and it's just a nuisance of a trophy for me, to be honest, because it wasn't an enjoyable thing, and they could have designed it better. I mean, sure, there are certain areas on the map that are yellow to make it so you know there's an area you haven't explored, but most of these are obvious, like this one here in the VENATOR wreckage. This was the last bit I needed at 95%, and it was absolutely awful the way they did it. So I've landed on this ledge, and I've looked at the map, and I'm still 95%, which to me means I've explored this section. I even run across to this edge, and I see something in the distance there. But before I go there, I check my map, thinking, well, if this is a new area, it would have gone up. But no, it's still 95%. So I'm thinking, well, it can't be down there, because I've already been there, surely. And the map's got it drawn in. So I jump down anyway, and I kill some of these enemies that are down here, getting in my way as usual. And I get a skill point as well, which I don't need at this point because I've already upgraded and I'm just forced to run through levels again and again. So I climb up to this section and I find this secret echo, and I take it out, and then I look at the map, and what do you know? I've now explored all of this area. Yet, just over the other side there on that other ledge, it said nothing. So, fuck me, it's that precise? I've finally got it explored? Fucking hell, after this one took me 3 hours.
What? What the fuck?
3 hours of running around this, trying to find this fucking thing, and I've still not done all of Zepho. Yep, that's right. Zepho is probably the biggest bullshit problem with this trophy. Most of the other maps and planets, they were okay. I kind of figured it out fairly easy. But Zepho is just fucking huge. And this one in the wreckage is a pain as well. So I even had to take out bounties across this trophy challenge because, you know, they just keep spawning. So in the broken wing, I didn't have enough percentage complete. And I thought, well, no, I don't know, because this one is just awkward as well. It's mostly indoors, and it was this section here with this wheel that you turn in the water. So when I first went through here, I stopped it, and I swam over to it, and I figured, well, I've explored in there now, haven't I, surely? So that did nothing, it stayed 8%, so maybe underneath, I'll try underneath. So I'll go underneath after stopping it, I swim in there, and what do you know? He says good work. So I think, oh, I've got it. Brilliant. So I get back out of the water and I have a look at my map and I'm still at 92% explored. And I have checked everywhere in this map and it's just so frustrating having to aimlessly run around in the hope that you're going to find somewhere. So I give this one last shot and I try and do it at like a 9 o'clock sort of angle. And I go in there again just to check. And what do you know, there's a fucking little hole in there. Now, how the hell was I supposed to know that was there? What a fucking joke, man. And that is the equivalent from 92 to 100%, which doesn't even make sense, because that's a tiny little box room. So why was that the 100% marker? That's like 8% jump from that one little room. It doesn't even make sense.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ugh, this trophy is just awkward. Zepho is the main problem, and the worst bit for me was the tombs. Trying to get back into these tombs was a right pain in the arse. The one, you think you've got the way forward, but when you get to the entrance, you find that it's blocked off because of a story thing that happened, so you can't even get through this way.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So what is already a laborious, long and frustrating and dull trophy was made even more frustrating by these two tombs, as I couldn't remember how the fuck to get back in there. How did I get out of that tomb? I don't know. I don't remember it. And I couldn't remember how to get into the other one for ages, but what you got to remember is there's 2 lifts that you can get into these from. And I gotta say, this took me absolutely ages to realise that this is where I needed to go. And that's what makes it frustrating, because if this had a fast travel where you could do it from the meditation points, it would be a lot easier and a lot more fun, to be honest. Because you could far more easily get around the environment and get to the areas you need to get to. But because you can't fast travel, this BD trophy is just really frustrating. And the way the maps are done just makes it really awkward to see where you're supposed to go. And that's why the A Galaxy Far Away trophy gets a bullshit trophy rating of...
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said so! So bullshit!
Oh shit!